Okay, so Chris and I are going to be taking the seal out of the topper. I wasn't planning on doing this, but after painting the Bronco and loving it so much, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this right. Plus, the sliding window doesn't slide nicely because the little insert that slides on is kind of broken and really dried out. And this window, I think it's this side, it needs to be re-welded. So Chris is gonna help me pull this out. You've already started. Do you wanna say what you've done?
So all I did was you take the expander ring out of the outside, and then after that you can pull the seal down. There'll be a ton of gunk in there. And then try to clean it out, and then spray it with soapy water. And then from there, I've been working the screwdrivers along the edge. And if you're just patient with it, you don't want to try to like pry it all at once. You just keep working it down, and eventually you'll kind of see the window start to come out a little bit. There's a little bit of give to the frame and the glass. And then once you do that, you just keep working it down, and eventually the whole thing will just slide out of the rubber.
I taught him everything I know.
Okay, so we're going to try round 2 here with Lauren guiding us.
And that's oddly satisfying. And now what?
Pull the rest of that expander ring out.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah. Now take, spread the rubber away from the metal on the bottom side, in between the window and the, you're gonna spread the window, run your screwdriver all the way around, and do the bottom, because the bottom's what's gonna pop out.
Should I just clean this up then?
Yeah, go ahead. Doesn't hurt to loosen it all up.
I want 2 screwdrivers.
Yeah, you'll need to. Now go ahead and take the window Windex, spray it all in the crack. Just pull it back with your fingers. You can pull it back with your fingers. Spray the whole thing all the way around. Just soak it. Getting there all nice and deep, right?
All right.
Now start in the corner, because the corners are the hardest.
Why do I start with the hardest?
Because if you try to pry on the centers, they'll just flop in and out. But if you get a corner to come out a little bit, then the whole thing will come out.
So I'm trying to pull the metal out?
Yeah, you're trying to get the metal to come out from the rubber. So work away from that point. Like once you have your screwdriver in there, put your other screwdriver like on the other side of the corner. You don't want to try to like pry the whole thing all out at once. It's just, you just work it out little by little.
Like that?
Yeah, now go way down here on this side. See how this side's kind of, this side's not very bowed, and this side's really bowed. You want to try to, see? You can switch hands, put the other screw, there you go.
It's like wrestling a pig.
No, don't pry it. Now keep working down.
This way?
This
Take
direction.
this one out?
No, leave that one there.
Oh, I see.
It'll save your place, because the window can fall back into place.
I thought I was trying to pop that corner out.
No, you don't want to try to do it all at once. Eventually, just due to working it down, that corner will just fall out.
Gotcha.
Now go back. I think we kind of fell in a little bit. We need to.
Back here?
Yeah. Yeah, see, now the whole thing's like really far out.
Now which way do I go?
Maybe keep working it down because there's still quite a big bow right in here.
So bow being like right here?
Yeah, see how it's kind of bent in? I would work it a little bit further down here. Yeah, see now that whole thing's kind of popping out. Go to the corner and work the corner.
This one?
Yeah. There you go. Beautiful.
Am I gonna fall out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down so that it doesn't fall out. So now it'll probably come out by hand. And then pull it down.
Yay!
There it is.
That's actually not bad.
I think so going in's a little bit harder, but I think everybody thinks that windows are just terrible.
I've heard like horror stories. Everyone's like, how do I get these back down?
Oh, good. Look, all your vents are all clogged, so that'll be good to get it all cleaned out. So anyone out there with window experience, especially in RVs, these are drains, and it's supposed to let the water drain out of this channel. And sometimes these channels will get clogged, and then once they do, the window trim can fill up full of water, and that's how you get leaks inside the glass from the outside. So it'll be good to get these all cleaned out. And then this is the wing window that broke, and I seen online someone basically put a new bolt through it and re-weld this all back together, and it worked for them, so we're gonna give it the old college try. So the window is real stiff when it slides, so we're gonna try taking the window frame apart and see if we can't get it all out and clean it up.
On the other side, this felt part's really cracked and icky. Icky is the technical term.
Cracked and icky. It's too dark. This is probably gonna be a two-person job.
Okay.
Oh, geez, you have to take the whole thing apart. It's kind of irritating. That's glued in.
Dang.
That's all there is to it, though.
Cool.
We could probably clean this, just clean it up. There's probably no reason to like completely tear it down.
Well,
Unless you just want to.
no, it's not that I want to. It's over here that I was concerned about.
Okay, well now we get.
Here's the old icky ones. They were pretty icky. It'd be really nice to have these slide smoothly, especially when we're camping out of it. So there's a plastic washer here, metal piece, plastic washer, and then this.
There's even a metal piece here that will come out, so we'll have to get that out and show the actual blow up of it.
And then, oh my gosh, you broke it! Keep breaking my Bronco! So I'm pulling these out. I found it works a lot better to get a corner and just try to roll it out. The other ones I tried scraping it out with a screwdriver, and it just kind of was a pain. But if you can go straight back, it helps.
So this is all that was in there. It's this little metal tab, vinyl washer, and then vinyl washer on this side.
All right, I'm taking off the seals before I paint it. So it was just a screw here, and then these clips, they just kind of slide out. They're not too bad to get out. And then over here, to get this corner out, it's 2 screws, and then you need to pry out the seal, and this is what the windshield goes into. And I'm realizing I need to replace this seal too. I really didn't want to do all these seals because it just gets out of hand so fast, but honestly, after coming this far, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it right. So I'll probably be spending like not too far off from like I don't know, $700 for all the seals for this. And I'll need to be buying this one. The channel locks for the windows, or the channel, like the felt channels, Chris and I are trying to source those. So I'll post links of where I found everything. Tim Wells helped me find these. He replaces these, or he fixes up these toppers for people, and so he had some good resources because it's tough to find all these kind of obscure seals, especially like the XLT windows. That was a whole thing, and the felt channel locks, that's another thing. So I'll make sure to share those resources with you guys as well. So I painted the underside of this, and then Chris just helped me flip it on some horses, and it looks so clean. Oh my gosh. There's some drips. It was hard to spray in all the little nooks and crannies, but it's not bad. You're not going to be able to notice it too much, and it looks so much cleaner. So I'm going to put the seam seal in all these cracks now. This is what I got. I think it cost $40, and then the applicator gun for it was like $80, and I just could not bring myself to spend the money. Like, I had it in my cart, and then I bought it, and then I like canceled the order, and I thought about it. So I'm just gonna use some screws or some screwdrivers and try to push it. I hope it goes well. So I'm gonna prep this tonight and then probably shoot it first thing in the morning. Well, unless you happen to have Chris around, you might want to get the applicator because these are really hard to get out. I could do it myself, but it was a bear. This was a huge pain, so we're gonna squirt some out and then use Bondo blades and fill it in. Okay, so I got everything sanded and seam sealed. The seam sealer was kind of a pain in the ass. It might be worth it to just fork up the money and get the dispenser. So I've had to wipe it down a few times. I sanded this like probably over a month ago, and then it just kind of sat because I've gotten to other projects. So it's gotten pretty dirty. So I scrubbed it down today, and then I re-wiped it because when I was wiping it with xylene, it was picking up quite a bit of dirt. So it still is showing some dirty spots, but I've scrubbed it with a scrub brush and soap and water, and I shot it with a hose pretty good. So it is what it is. I'm really looking forward to having this done. This topper's been a real pain in the ass, and I'm really sick of being covered in fiberglass. So this will be nice to have it painted, nice and pretty white, and then after that, I'm done painting. So this is why you don't use kitchen paper towels instead of shop towels. Those are all little chunks of paper towel that got stuck in the fiberglass when I was wiping it down. Which is funny because I washed it with soap and water and I scrubbed it today trying to get the dirt out. And so it was probably plenty clean. I probably even need to wipe it. But it's fine. I'll sand it out and reshoot tomorrow. I also got some sags, so it's, I guess, a good thing I'll be sanding and reshooting because that's a pretty visible spot. Yeah, today just really sucked, honestly. It was one of those days where everything went wrong and I kept having to redo everything. And it was just a miserable shit show of a day. So tomorrow will be better, I've decided. And yeah, it's just crazy. I think because, you know, the fiberglass is like pokey, it just annihilated the paper towel. I just got this one back together. I'm actually really pleased with myself. I was able to do it. I didn't fix the wing window because I don't have a welder and I don't know how to weld. And so I just decided that I'm just gonna not open it, which, whatever, it is what it is. Sorry, people in the back seat. You're in the back seat for a reason. Just kidding. And also, like for camping, I want to be able to have the sliding windows open so I can put a fan in there. But the wing windows aren't that big of a deal, so I was kind of stressing over it, and I was like, you know what? Just do what I can. So I want to talk you through how I'm putting the seals back in. I just put the lower track seal in on both sides, so I started with that. Whew, okay, I got this wing window in. I'm glad I wasn't recording because that was not pretty. I had to struggle that in. The other one was easier. This one I'm not sure. It was this back part didn't seem to want to line up well enough. So I actually opened the window and then I held it while I screwed it. So it's 2 screws there and then 2 screws holding this one in. And next I'm going to put in this piece. Actually, before I even do that, I'm gonna take, this is the center one, like here that it slides against. So I'm replacing this felt. I got this, it was just storm and window felt replacement. That PDF I was telling you about has all this information on it, so I can't take credit for that. But when I bought from Amazon, it was like 1/4 inch. And actually, it was a little bit too wide. So let's see, yeah, if you can get one that's maybe a little bit smaller. I trimmed this one and I was able to do it on that side, but it's just kind of a pain having to trim this off. So I'm going to trim this and then I'll swap out these. They just slide out like that. All right, so I just got this in. This is about how much I trimmed off. I just used a pair of scissors. I tried with a razor blade at first and it was better with scissors. So I am going to move on and put in this glass. This just fits in. You kind of have to open these guys up to fit it in the track. And it's probably pretty obvious, but it goes in the, if this is facing the inside of the Bronco, it goes in the lower one right there. So this one was actually really hard to get in also. I am thankful that the hard side I didn't do first, so I would have been really discouraged. I used some Windex and just made sure to pry this side out so I could kind of adjust it. At first it was a little bit cockeyed and that wasn't going to work. So I got it in. You want to make sure that that hole is still available so you can put in this piece, and this is going to sit right here, and I'll have a screw on each side. Wait. It's gonna sit like this. Fuzz down if you're working with the latches on top. All right, so I screwed in that fuzzy piece in between, and I left the bottom screw loose so I could open this up and put the sliding glass in. What happens is the material in the middle gets kind of excess, and so I'm gonna push this all the way forward and then reach back here and lift this up and pull it tight. Also, you are supposed to glue in all these seals in a certain order. That PDF will tell you more. Because I'm not fixing my wing windows, I have a feeling I'll probably go through and redo this at some point. I don't want to have to tear out the good seals because there's glue on them and they're stuck. Also, I feel like they're really not going anywhere, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so lastly, you take this bracket here and these 4 little screws, and that's going to sit right there, and the screws will come from the outside in. I found it's easiest to use a really fine screwdriver to hold the bracket in place while you screw them in. It's kind of frustrating otherwise. Okay, so I got my seal on. A few things that I learned is it's easiest to do everything and then save this corner for last. It's got the most gentle slope. Also, I saw an awesome YouTube video by Bronco Garage and Parts. I'll link it in the description so you can check it out because it'll be better than what I could show you. But basically, he just uses paracord on this outer seal and pulls it, and it zips right into place, which is so awesome. I learned from doing that side to have both ends on bottom. I had it upside down in my mind. I keep thinking that this latch is closer to the bottom like it is on the doors, but really it's on the top. So make sure you have the cord on the bottom, and then lots of Windex and soapy water. I also want to point out that if yours has, well, I guess if yours is an XLT, it does. This like little trim chrome piece, it at once was chrome. When that's in, that makes this tighten up like it is there. I was really concerned at first because it sticks out so far, and that's just gonna collect dirt and just look awful. So I was like, oh, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with this? But actually, once you get that chrome piece worked in, it kind of zips it up. I am going to probably spray paint that one because it's all just like flaked off and looks really nasty. I might get a new one at some point, but for now I'm just gonna spray paint it, probably black, and then later down the road I'll maybe address it.